point this out to you. Have you been on property much yet? Have you been over here to Alfred's cabin or nothing?
We looked at the cabin.
Okay, you want to make sure you see Alfred's cabin, read the plaques. Alfred and his wife Gracie are going to live in this little unit here for a while. And Gracie is a seamstress, and a lot of sewing artifacts were found in there when they were doing archaeological digging. And then Alfred has the unique history out here that I'll tell you about it way back. Right behind you on the mansion, this brick building with the holes in the back of it is the smokehouse, and they're curing upwards of about 20,000 pounds of pork in there a year. This is going to be a large hog operation. Any of you farmers or been around a hog farm?
Oh, yeah.
Buy a hog farm?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know you're there
Yeah,
miles
but
before you get
you know
there.
where I'm going with this, don't you? Step up, girls. So step up. And they're going to be slaughtering them, about 300 or 400 hogs a year out here. And so when you figure that, they've got several hundred hogs in the pipeline along the way. And then when this is a fully functioning plantation by around the 1830s, there's going to be roughly about 200 people a day out here. And then when you figure in all the livestock and the animals, and now, a lot of people say they like the this, back in that era. Well, I like my air conditioning, running water. Their outhouses, there's no toilets, there's no running water. And when you've got that many people and that much livestock out here, and right now this is a very park-like atmosphere with all the green grass and the trees. None of this exists during Jackson's Day. It's all wide open space, and this is just all free. And on a good, hot, humid Tennessee summer day, this place stinks. Now, the people living out here, their nose is going to adjust to it. But if you had to come out and visit, oh my goodness, what happened? A lot of people can't forget about that. And then again, because it is such a nice, place now, it's hard to put yourself back in the 1830s and see if this all depends on the day. It could be dirty, dusty, hard-packed dirt, or it could be muddy and sloppy depending on the rain. But we call this area right here the North Yard, and there would be about 30, 40 people that work out here doing everything from churning butter and dipping candles and washing clothes and chopping firewood and slaughtering hogs and taking care of livestock and training horses and whatever garden space is out here. Things that we call cash crops today, like hay and corn and wheat and things. That's going to be all grown out through this area here, and that's going to stay on the plantation to feed the people and the animals. Where we're headed is going to be pot production. That's where Jackson's going to make his money. Mm-hmm. And that's why we have the enslaved community out here. This gray building here where they're setting up chairs and stuff, that's not a period piece, but everything else is. To the far end down there, there's a placard that at the far end of that building that in the trees, you can barely see it, but there's a roof line in there. And that's called the spring house. That would be the major water source for the mansion, and the original home is right here on my left right there. And so that could be some young boy's job, have a yoke on his shoulders with a couple of buckets and just running water all over the place. So that could be pretty tedious work. Plus, I say from way over there to when they were living here in the in the cabin, that's a long way to go to get a drink of water. This is our coke and cotton patch, and so come fall, this is where the cotton will be growing. And, we've gone from several hundred acres to a couple hundred feet. All right, girls, step up. Step up. Step
up. They must be having a wedding or something here.
I guess so.
I see the chairs and I see a truck.
That helps them get the wagon up the hill. And then, again, on that hot Tennessee summer day, that's the only air conditioning I get. So today is not bad, But also, if you wanted to hook your team up and wanted to go into Nashville and a trip like that, it take about 6 hours to get to town. So, you're not going to go into town on a whim. You got to have a reason for going. So this is going to be a very self-contained atmosphere out here. I'll talk about these two buildings on the way back, but just kind of get a glimpse at them here. So the far building over there with the steep pitch roof is the original home. That's what they call it, 1804. And then this building here they built 1805. And this building here, the near end closest to it is the kitchen, and the far end is the living quarters for the 9-inch slave people they brought with them. We're going to stop up here and I want you to look out into this field. And within the tree line, there is going to be about 60 acres. In their first few years, they've got 50 acres of cotton. So this will give you an idea of what the cotton production is like out there. And they're going to have 9 enslaved people here with them. But those 9 all aren't going to be filled in. It's probably a little more. But you see the green rectangular grass out there in the middle of the field where the crop hasn't been plowed? That's where the cotton gin is located. They put a cotton gin up in 1807. So just a little of the layout, what you can see. So 1804 they bought the property and the house. 1805 they built this building, which is kitchen, living quarters for 9 slaves. 1807 they put up a cotton gin. And then sometime later, this placard down here says North Cabin. That pile of rubble right there is all that remains of it. That was probably an overseer's cabin at some point. There are 2 men running the cotton gin. Their names are Ben and Squire. They're responsible for cleaning and baling the cotton. This is a pound of cotton. We call it seed cotton. I think there's a hole in where you want to feel in there and pass it around. But that is 1 pound of cotton in that bag. How long do you think it takes an individual to clean that bag by hand without any equipment, just maybe a little carding?